Greetings from Municipality of San Benito, Siargao Island. Maradyaw na adlaw sa Idyo Hurot. It is a Surigao dialect of saying, good day to all of you. First and foremost, I want to extend my personal thanks to the UP Center for Local and Regional Governance, National College of Public Administration and Governance, in partnership with the League of the Vice Governor of the Philippines, for this golden opportunity to showcase our municipality's best practices in COVID-19 crisis management. Once again, a virtual greeting to all. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my hometown, the Municipality of San Benito, which is one of the 9 municipalities composing Siargao Island and the province of Surigao del Norte. Siargao Island is known as the surfing capital of the Philippines. Apart from, Siargao Island was voted as #1 island in the world by Condé Nast.
Historically, San Benito is a 50-year-old municipality created on September 17, 1971 by virtue of Republic Act 6396, which has 6 component barangays only, 1 island barangay, and 5 mainland barangays. It is one of the smallest municipalities in the region, with a population of only 5,678 based on 2015 census. Moreover, it is classified as 6th-class municipality with a land area of 58.80 square kilometer. Siargao Island is a worldwide non-tourist destination. Just like other municipalities, San Benito has enticing places for adventures, relaxing, and recreations like the mountain trekking at the Ponyas Hidden Lake, the sunbathing of the white sandbar of Pagbasayan Island, kayaking adventure at Dahican Island, Kangkangon and Campayas Island. But the fear for coronavirus constrained the arrival of guests and tourists, thus suspension of the operation of this tourist destination ensued. The same true with our basic sources of livelihood in the community, which are anchored on fishing and farming. The strict implementation of health protocols in the community hampered the livelihood of the people. Farmers and fishermen cannot just simply go out for their daily course without securing the required permits. The rules and ordinances on movement restrictions disoriented the community's daily living. So with this setup, like in every school throughout the country, face-to-face classes were suspended. In high school education, media platform was utilized. This situation happened in every school in San Benito, just like in other places, because of fear and apprehension of possible COVID-19 infection in the campus among learners, teachers, and school administrators. Further, the police authorities and barangay tanats initially encountered resistance from the people in the implementation of health protocols. Violators were apprehended, given lectures, and more information about COVID-19 pandemic, subjected to community services and penalized with fines. The municipal health officer, including our nurses, midwives, and VHWs that serve as our frontliners in the fight against COVID-19, were all exhausted. They serve in night and day tour of duty, in the checkpoints, in the isolation facilities, in selected home quarantine units, in fetching with ambulance vehicle of the arriving LSI and ROFW from the port area and from the airport. These heroic efforts of our frontliners were delivered as a matter of public service and as a matter of social concern in this pandemic and in this time of life and death. With such, when COVID-19 attacked and suspended dozens of operations of many sectors in the country, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte issued Proclamation No. 922 on March 8, 2020, declaring a state of public health emergency throughout the Philippines. Responsive to the national government efforts, series of executive orders and memorandums based on the provincial EOs and pursuant to the recommendation of the National Interagency Task Force on Medical and Infectious Disease were issued by the undersigned. The Municipality of San Benito was declared zero COVID-19 municipality in the country in 2020. Unfortunately, during Christmas season last December 2020 and New Year celebration last January 2021, were locked down in provincial checkpoints, were relaxed and lifted, the Municipality of San Benito was traumatized with its first 9 confirmed cases of COVID-19 infection. But we did not stand and wait. We fight more hard by implementing stricter guidelines and enforcing the minimum health protocols. As a result, by the entry of the first day of February 2021, San Benito was once again free of COVID-19 until now, as we have this instant event.
The coronavirus pandemic has compounded increasing economic, social, and humanitarian challenges that the Municipality of San Benito is facing among its people.
One of the major concerns we initially encountered in the implementation of the minimum health protocols is the behavior of the community towards restricting their freedom and mobility. Many people, especially the youth, were adamant in following the rules. The old people were also misled by many misinformation and fake news. The young people easily disseminated unofficial reports in the media platforms like Facebook page and others. In Siargao Island, there are only 2 hospitals, yet not medically equipped to host with COVID-19 cases. In the Municipality of San Benito, we only have 1 RHU health center and 1 barangay health station. At the onset, the Municipality of San Benito had no isolation facility intended for medical and infectious diseases patients. The presence of COVID-19 in low and middle-income countries were also prevalent in our municipality. Thus, it drastically pushes our local legislators to legislate laws and statutes that raise important concerns on effective pandemic response and preparedness in the context of fragile health system. However, our rural health unit has a very limited budget when it comes to this unexpected event. And so, it is not prepared as to the facilities and other essentials necessary to cover the needs of the community in this challenging situation. In these trying times, our municipality has been affected to the dramatic loss of livelihood, mainly on farming and fishing, which resulted the community to have limited access to daily sustenance of many. Moreover, here comes the Executive Order Number 9, Series of 2020, stated the movement restriction of the community that orders the closure of the borders and movement of the people. Nearly most of the community in the Municipality of San Benito are at risk of losing their livelihoods. Aside from, the COVID-19 pandemic is a huge challenge to the education system, wherein DepEd issued an order as regards to an in-school suspension for the entire country to ensure the health, safety, and well-being of our learners, teachers, and personnel in the time of COVID-19, while finding ways for education to continue amidst the crisis. However, suspension classes in our municipality have led to a great loss of the damage to students' learning trajectories due to the new normal way of learning and teaching. The closing of borders, which resulted in the decline of tourist arrival, suspension of tourist pamboat operation, as well as decrease in tourism revenues that put around 100 to 200 jobs at risk, as estimated from the Tourism Office of our municipality. In the first quarter of 2020, the period when the travel restriction and lockdowns in most countries started, tourist arrival declined by 75%, resulting in an estimated loss of 250,000 in local tourism receipts. In the Municipality of San Benito, internet connectivity is the foundation of the digital economy, education, and other workplaces. However, telephone companies offered only very limited access to our people. Its services are relatively expensive and of very weak quality. That internet connectivity has become a paramount issue in the daily lives of our community or even the people around the world.
With all the challenges encountered, our municipality has initiated strategies and approaches in managing the present health crisis.
One major consideration is the resistance to health protocols imposed by local IATF, where the officials of this municipality strategize in addressing this challenge by issuing several executive orders with their corresponding local legislation by the Sangguniang, providing local dialect bandelos cascaded across barangays, such as wearing a face mask, face shields, and observe social distancing. and the support extended by the Philippine National Police transversely all barangay to control the confrontation of the community amidst health crisis. Other than that, our municipality is sorting out the vast amount of misinformation, disinformation, and fake news created and shared online, offline, across community by cascading and updated and timely issuances of executive orders such as EU number 8 series of 2020, crafting municipal task force for the management of 2021 novel coronavirus, where the committee urging the community to disseminate a contextualized Surigao IEC materials distribution in partnership with the EC City del Carmen through Bandilio. Likewise, the posting of updated weekly COVID-19 status through social media of RHU page, the posting of COVID-19 emergency hotlines, and every barangay in partnership with 1st District Congressional Office are instigated. Apart from online dimension of dissemination, a face-to-face info drive was initiated to all barangays in conformity to the health protocols by RHU San Benito personnel. With such concern to put in force, a granular strategy was then imposed in coordination with BHWs along with RHU and PNP personnel as monitoring guards for identified families under quarantine to ensure the non-proliferation of infection to other sections or areas of the community. The urgency of an immediate isolation facility was so compelling that prodded the LGU San Benito to take a bold step of converting the existing Women's Center into a municipal isolation facility that would accommodate 50 persons using an allocated budget of 2 million pesos from Bayanihan 1 to Heal as One Fund under Supplemental Appropriation Ordinance Number 002 Series of 2020. In cognizance of the immensity of this health crisis, the municipal government has secured Memorandum of Agreement with DepEd Siargao to utilize some of its classrooms as additional isolation facilities in the event of excess COVID-19 cases or surge of infection. In addition, all barangay daycare centers were likewise converted to barangay isolation facilities. Fogging activities in all isolation facilities and government offices were done constantly as means of disinfecting viruses in the area. Again, with the use of Bayanihan 1 to Heal as One Fund, the municipal government of San Benito, upon the recommendation of the local IATF, utilizes the large chunk of this fund into procuring thermal guns, PPEs, medicines, face masks, and face shield for the purpose of distribution to the constituents across barangays. The EC City del Carmen campus is our partner in distribution efforts. The municipal government of San Benito is likewise fortunate to have received 100 units of COVID-19 test kits, donation from GG Earth Corporation, a private company choosing the municipal government of San Benito as their LGU beneficiary. Due to our ardent desire of helping our constituents who are badly affected by the imposition of an enhanced community quarantine status, the municipal government of San Benito, with the recommendation of the Municipal Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, and upon authorization of Sangguniang Bayan, we were able to realign and reprogram the accumulated unexpended savings of the 5% Municipal Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Fund for fiscal years 2017, 2018, and 2019. And the amount of 5,399,388 pesos out from the total savings fund to be used for the procurement of 2,112 sacks of well-milled rice and canned goods for distribution to all households in 6 barangays. Again, the municipal government of San Benito is fortunate to receive another bunch of donation from another private company named Tesla Engineering and Jutech Services from Cagayan de Oro City, donating 550 sacks of well-milled red rice to LGU San Benito for the purpose of household distribution. As part of the umbrella in social services, the Department of Social Welfare and Development has always been the partner of the municipality, where the former had helped in the distribution of essential goods to all households across barangays. the municipality utilized the developed application of SCT Del Carmen entitled Ihatag, a QR coded monitoring system for relief goods distribution. Indeed, the decreased trajectory livelihood of the community did not distress the latter due to coupled initiatives of the municipality, such as the provision of seaweeds production material to seaweeds farmers in the island barangay of Baribuho in partnership with CCAT and NGO. Further, another provision of the 10 units pump boat to fishermen in partnership with BFAR. The pandemic has decimated jobs and placed millions of livelihoods at risk. When the movement restriction was imposed, adhering to Executive Order No. 09, Series of 2020, in that our municipality issued a special work pass for farmers, fisherfolks, and other workers during lockdown period, observing the strict enforcement of health protocols and ordinances, where the violators are subjected to lectures and community service. Our municipality has greatly provided a provision of office supplies and printing equipment to all schools across barangays just to meet the demand of the society in these academic trying times. Apart from a support from Kong Bingo Matugas, through his Bagtik Tab program, selected learners of San Benito were distributed a tablet for research purposes. Despite the academic challenge, the municipality along with its people continued to upkeep the non-traditional education structure. Tourism sectors are at risk as a result of COVID-19 pandemic, where the displaced tourism workers, including the pump boat and zipline operators and others, were at risk of losing their jobs due to this existential threat. On the contrary, we provided the workers with rice and other essential goods for their family.
During crises like the COVID-19 pandemic, the strengthening effective implementation management strategies as mentioned are the keys to proper crisis management response, wherein our town is one of the municipalities which has zero COVID-19 cases or infection from March 2020 to December 2020.
However, there were 9 confirmed positive cases of COVID-19 in the municipality, which lasted only for 1 month, but nevertheless, it has zero mortality, shall I say, 100% recovered from such infection. Subsequently, it turns to zero COVID-19 cases in February 2021 to present, due to strict implementations and adherence to all rules and regulations pertaining to COVID-19 response. As the initiatives of the administration were up and coming, it went to an efficient and successful distribution of relief goods, which is termed as End Awardee in Panata 2020, as LGU positively implemented social amelioration program. Also, with the developed application Ihatag, a QR-coded monitoring system for relief goods distribution of SCT Del Carmen that was utilized by our municipality. The paper was awarded as Best Paper during the Regional Research Congress. Not only but as well, multiple recognitions from different sectors have been received by our municipality due to its outstanding performance amidst pandemic, such as from DILG, PCOO, DFA, and DepEd. Without a doubt, a community resistant before turned to nearly full obedient community today as a result from a well-informed society conforming to health protocol along with the effective referral system driven by all multi-stakeholders, posting San Benito to garner zero crime rate as per record in our municipal police station.
In spite of the smooth management implementations of the approaches amidst health crisis, even with the best of intentions to resolve, obstacles can still arise.
Humans as we are, we hardly control our people, but sorting to multiple attempts. Thus, there were still handful resistance from the community as regards to health protocols, but majority are conforming. Consequently, it still exists complaints from person placed under quarantine due to mobility restraint and freedom constraints.
Though the municipality has encountered stumbling blocks along the way, it is still good to say that our municipal government is on its way in attaining its best crisis management response.
The multiple success factors, such as the multi-sectoral participation among NGO, academe, religious, private sectors, and the LGU's political will to make things happen and make a difference contributed much to the attainment of LGU's management goals. In addition, The strong support system from the local leagues such as LMP, Congressional Office and provincial government, together with the strong community compliance and cooperation, are all potent and indispensable factors for our success.
As this crisis continues to bring existential threat to the society, amidst our best intentions to resolve challenges for LGU San Benito still remain and persist.
The nature of the pandemic is giving rise to new or even remaining challenges, such but not limited to sustainability of budget and ensuring continuity and longevity of programs, the apprehension and the entry of COVID-19 variants in the municipality, vaccine hesitancy and availability to the society at large, livelihood programs and project sustainability and vulnerability of COVID-19 infections on tourism industry, social protection and access to quality healthcare, and lost access to asset productivity. Aside from that, our municipality has still facing in school suspension and poor internet connectivity. All these and more are the main challenges in our pandemic response efforts.
Our town and its people have lived through these challenging times, and it's nearly impossible to experience managing this health crisis of this kind of magnitude.
But in spite of this, in our efforts of trying to manage this pandemic, we've come to realize that to effectively sustain and carry out the effective and efficient management of this pandemic, the LGU San Benito has to establish a strategic plan for crisis management. Similarly, establish virtual support mechanisms, that is, call, messages, radio, or any teleconsult, for us to straightforwardly gauge the impending situation. In doing so, strengthen a strong support system across sectors that people must shift from reactive to proactive mindset.
Once society returns to some sort of normalcy, whether it is a new one or not, a lot of efforts will be put into embracing the COVID-19 response towards what we call the new normal way.
Living under this way, our municipality envisioned to link with telecommunication companies to improve connectivity, increased partnership and linkages in both local and international partners, so that a more comprehensive and inclusive governance could be attained. Incontrovertibly, COVID-19 has altered our way of life drastically. With that, there is definitely a need to improve isolation and other health facilities in the locality by increasing as well the RHU personnel and its workforce. Our constituents, on the other hand, should be continually enjoined and constantly reminded to follow and observe health protocols, especially on wearing face masks, face shield, and social distancing as part of their daily life routine. Now is the time for local solidarity and support, especially with the most vulnerable sector in our society. We must rethink and reshape the future of our people with ambition and urgency. Only then can we protect the health, livelihoods, food security, and nutrition of all people and ensure that our new normal is a better one.
The onslaught of COVID-19 pandemic has made leaders across the world grappling with the well-being and livelihoods of their communities.
However, the Municipality of San Benito, in spite of this, has never lost its focus of affecting real change and make a marked difference in the lives of our people. Following our governance mantra of Ang Bagong San Benito, my administration is barely 2 years in the making since 2019. Being a neophyte leader and a toddler politician, so to speak, is never a hindrance for me to strive further and push to more development in San Benito. With the cooperation of the municipal officials and employees, coupled with the abounding support of our people, and in adherence to the Build, Build, Build program of President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, ang Bagong San Benito administration was able to realize and bring in the following multi-million development projects in San Benito, which has never seen before, such as With this infrastructure development strives, I am deeply grateful to the Almighty for letting all these things happen and making all our dreams come true amidst this pandemic.
In moments of crisis, however, our challenges are nothing less than protecting our own communities at home and around the world. When many lives are at risk, we rise to the challenge. We would like to once again thank the people of San Benito for the difference you have made. Also to UP, Center for Local and Regional Governance, National College of Public Administration and Governance, and partnership with the League of Vice Governor of the Philippines. Together and by the community of the Municipality of San Benito, we shall all prevail in an effort to highlight the best practices in COVID-19 crisis management of our municipality. We have no doubt we will do so again. Salamat, Karadyaw, sa inyong suporta.